Hello, and welcome to the 4th episode of Love Yourself, No Matter Who You Are, Self-Love. So today we are going to cover relationships. So relationships is the topic for today. So under this topic, we are going to cover relationships with family, relationships with friends, and relationships with a significant other. And then we have the last one, which is a relationship with ourselves. So let's get started with relationships with family. Now, in my opinion, a relationship with family is super important. Again, that's my opinion. You can have a totally different opinion, perfectly fine. And a relationship with family could happen from the day you were born to today. You could be meeting somebody new today that's part of your family. So, it's more just about feeling comfortable, where you feel the most comfortable with just being yourself. These people make you feel comfortable enough to be yourself, and you don't have to worry about being judged for being yourself. And these people may know everything about you, or most things about you, or there's just maybe somebody you feel comfortable enough going to talk about a certain situation. Maybe they don't live with you, so they don't know everything about you. But you just feel comfortable enough going to them to talk about something that's not going to make them be judging you for it. If that makes sense. It's just somebody you feel comfortable enough going to without the fear of judgment. And I feel that a relationship with family is extremely important, and especially when it comes to doing self-love activities. Because yes, self-love activities is taking care of yourself, but also too, you can do a self-love activity with a family member. If you go to the spa for a self-care day, showing yourself self-love, and somebody goes with you, then that's one great way that you and your family can do a self-love activity together. You'll go get your favorite food together. You go get your favorite snacks together, whatever. You go to the movies, whatever it is. And these are the people, again, that you can just be yourself around. You don't have to worry about judgment. And they could be the most important people in your life. And when you're with them, it's just natural for you to be with them. You can just be yourself. And you guys can help each other out. If somebody has a hard day or somebody's stressed, you can help each other and make each other feel better. So family plays such an important role in your life. And again, it can be anybody. It could be your immediate family. It could be your extended family. It could be your friends. It could be anybody that's part of your life that you consider family. It's either somebody or a group of people that you can be with, that you feel comfortable around, to just be yourself, and you don't have to change and you don't have to worry about it. Now we have relationships with friends. And again, in my opinion, this relationship is super important, especially because friends can become like family. And we have many friends that are all around my family that become family. They are family. So the most important thing here, though, is that you stay connected to these friends and just let them know what's going on. Because you don't want to keep them in the blue and then bring something up and they're like, wait, but you didn't say this. So just keep each other updated, and, especially if they're like family, you almost just do it naturally. And one thing about friends is usually honesty is so important there. And it's important because you want someone that you can rely on about certain things. You want somebody that you can trust. If you can't talk to somebody about something, maybe from your family, then you can go to a friend and talk about it with your friend. It just, it all depends. I mean, the friend could be family too. You don't know. So, and if a friend is honest with you, say in a negative or positive way, it doesn't mean that they're going to like you any less than they do. There has to be extreme cases for that to happen, but we're not going to get into that now. And really, again, it's just about being with your friends, and especially with your best friends. It's just that you can be yourself. And you can tell them things, and you don't have to worry about them judging you. Again, this whole idea of judging people is just not, like, it's not, everybody does it, but, like, you don't want somebody to be judging you, especially one of your friends. And once you're comfortable enough with yourself and you do what you normally do or whatever you want to do, it can make it easier for yourself to be that way around your friends. And remember, everybody needs a little self-love every once in a while, and friends can definitely help with that just as much as family can. Okay, so now we have the relationships with a significant other. So now, in this field, I am no expert, but I do know a little bit. But this is just stuff I've learned. And one thing I learned is just because someone's acting a certain way, it literally could have nothing to do with you. And I feel like a lot of people just get caught up in like, oh, why is this person acting this way? Like, what did I do? Honestly, 99% of the time, it has nothing to do with you. It doesn't. And I know it's so much easier said than done to say, oh, you can't let this get to you, because we've all been in that situation probably. And when you feel that you might be worrying a little bit about something, you have to know that you are enough and believe that you are enough, because the truth is that you really are enough. And there was this funny saying that I heard the other day, and it said, if someone walks into a store and sees something they like, but they pick it up and put it back down because of the price tag, it does not change the value of that item. So the item is still worth the same amount before that person even walked into the store and picked it up. And this goes for the same for people, for you, for me, for everyone. You're worth so much more than you know. Just remember that. You're worth so much more than you know. And just because someone who you may be dating or talking to can't see that, it's not on you. That's for them to figure out. And you don't have to change yourself, especially when you're dating somebody or talking to somebody. Don't change yourself. Just be yourself. And again, the truth is that you are good enough and you need to believe it. And finally, we get into the relationship with yourself. So this relationship is the most important. Self-love really takes off here. Like, just having self-love for yourself can make it easier to have these other relationships with family, friends, or a significant other, or whoever. And I'm not saying these relationships will be perfect, because no, they won't be perfect. But it may make them stronger, and every little thing that gets said, you know, is in good. It's coming from good. Or it's a joke. It shouldn't be taken to heart. But really, we shouldn't get caught up in someone else's opinion of us ever. And I know, again, easier said than done, but we can work on it and we'll get there. And I mean, especially if they don't know anything about us, because one thing I've noticed is when strangers say stuff and then like it affects me and I'm like, but they don't even know me. They know nothing about me. So who are they to judge me for this? And again, it comes back to that judgment. Don't worry. Just be yourself. Do what you do. And when you have enough self-love for yourself, you won't worry so much about other people's opinions. And remember to show yourself self-love. And it can be the simplest thing, like taking a nap, or something super fancy, spending a whole day at the spa. There's no limit. This is all up to you. And our quote for this week, we have, you do not need someone to complete you. You only need someone to accept you completely. And this goes for all the types of relationships that we covered today. You don't need someone to complete you. You just need people to accept you. And these are the people that you feel most comfortable with, that there's no judgment. You just feel comfortable being yourself. And our song for this week, we have Stronger by Kelly Clarkson. And this song, it's about what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But, again, I feel like it all ties into coming back to make sure you love yourself. Make sure you're giving yourself what you need. Make sure you have that self-love for yourself. And it will make everything easier. Thank you for listening today, and I hope you guys have a great week. And we will chat again next week on Wednesday.